All right. All right. That should do it. Let's get this reloaded. Here we go. Click on me. Uno momento. Should be getting going here. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Hey. Switch your main channel on Freedom. Hey, how's everyone doing here? Normal YouTube hours seems to work for me once again. It wasn't working for me for a minute. What's good? All right. How's everyone doing? Hey, review my channel. Just joined last week. Well, no one gets anywhere without saying please. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had to get this going really quick. So, if you're all new here, which I know most of you are, this is the channel review stream on Freedom, where I sit here and try to help you as best as I can. My name's Frost Fricks. I'm live straight from my apartment out in Buffalo, New York. It's small, but it's mine, and it's enjoyable. But the other thing I want to make mention while I'm sitting here is I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to tell you guys how you can grow your channel from at least starting up to 100 subscribers. That way you guys can get yourself up and going, and hopefully by taking my advice, you're able to grow your channel even further. Gonna watch a while making my speed paint now. Awesome, Emma. So that being said, I will be doing 480p squad. Is it coming in low? Is it coming in low res? Is it coming in low res? It is coming in low res. Give me 1 second, guys. It's gonna be a... Yeah, shoot. Give me 1 second, guys. There's gonna be a split second where I'm gonna be disappearing. Just refresh your screens in a few seconds here, okay? All right. Just give me. You're early this time, Angry Lord. Just give me a few seconds here. I'm just gonna refresh your stream. All right. See? It was barely gone. I was barely gone. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm going over new channels, old channels, used channels, new what have you, just to help you guys out, see what you can do to make everything nice and better for you. I want to be able to help you. I really do. But I do have a little set of ground rules that I got to go over before we get this started. The first rule is, first off, I definitely say if I'm going about to go over your channel, please be here. If you're not here, I will not go over your channel. You got 30 seconds to respond to me calling your name out. Secondly, we use a randomizer wheel here. It's a wheel of names. Yeah, I don't know who these people are, but we use this random wheel here as a randomizer. So that's what we do on this particular world. Next thing I want to make mention of is that I have specific times when I open up the list to see what yeah, it's going to buffer for a second. High res achieved, exactly. Next thing, as I was trying to say, is I want to open up a list. It's going to be open for 30 seconds. You go pay attention to that. Got to pay attention to that chat thing because I talk in it. I do talk in it, believe it or not. Pay attention to the chat. When I say the list is open, that is your point in time to request for a review, and I will go over your chat. I will go over your channel if you get rolled. During that time of that request, I'm gonna paste all the names up into that little wheel right there. It's gonna organize everything in a nice little rotational system. We're gonna be able to select what we need to select. Now then, when I say the list is closed, that's when it's gonna be closed. Please don't saturate the thing with, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me. Yeah, no, I fixed it there, Robin MGP. Thank you very much. I got it fixed. But anyways, as I said, words. But please don't berate the whole thing with please pick me, please choose me, please this. If you didn't get in during that 30 seconds, when it opens up again, we'll put you on the list. All right, and when during that time when the list is open, please only ask once so we don't accidentally push people up and off and I accidentally miss them and then people get upset at me, which in turn gets them upset at you. So let's get this rolling, all right? I'm sorry for clapping and then I just realized it was very loud. 30-second timer. We're going to put that on the clock. List is open. I'll reset this. There we go. Now we're going to start. Genesis is like, me? Yeah, you disappeared this week on my channel. All right. It's going to be easier if I just have you guys over to my right here. Okay, stop, shush you. Stop. All right, I'm going to add you this time, but next time when I'm going over adding names, don't go me, because that is, I just mentioned don't do that because it pushes everyone else's names aside, and I can't see who is who. Made all the changes there, Robin? All right? All right. Wow, not too many people requesting today, but go ahead and leave those likes. I just spun with... Woo! Here we go. Genesis, there you go. Okay, Genesis Design, I believe you left the stream on when you went to change resolution, but you didn't put it back on, but actually ended up stopping it maybe. No, I did. I stopped the stream for a split second, then restarted it. Try refreshing your pages if it's coming in like low res, all right? Try refreshing your pages. All right. You can fix that just by refreshing the pages. All right, you. Let's go over this. I don't know why there's that few. Maybe it's just a weird day. Even my own Discord's a little quiet today. So let's take a look. You got Genesis Design, GFX tutorials, and more. All right, and this hasn't really changed too much. The question I have, again, I'm not sure if we went over this in the past, but was this your design with the lion head in here? And of course, if not, always be careful because you never know who owns it. Got no boats. Haven't uploaded in 4 months. I think the reason is daylight savings time thing. I don't get it either, but basically your time is now 1 hour behind. Mother's Day in the UK and most of us are offline. Really? PC broke. I'm just glad I came early this time. There you go. Of course. One of my co-managers at my job was like, "We ran out of dough. Why didn't you make enough?" I'm like, "I did make enough. I made the exact amount." And apparently they're just getting swamped today. But yeah, we going to talk about that huge time off right here. This is a big time to not be uploading. 4 months, my man. I mean, like, I understand the computer's broke, but find something, some way, somehow. If you're still in school, you have access to school computers. So I would never take this time off, or even if upload something from your phone, just like little updates, like verbal or otherwise. That way it's not just such a long time to be off. Um, Freedom Island. Let's see. So let's go to your About section. Let's see if we've updated this. My name is Genesis Design, and I make content featuring Vegas Pro, Photoshop, Camtasia Studio, OBS Studio, and much more. If you do want to see this content from me, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to see any of the other software, just let me know. If you would like to request a specific tutorial, just tweet me on Twitter or comment on one of my videos, and I will feature you in that video. I started YouTube because I wanted to do graphic designs and I wanted to grow my business, so I decided, decided to start a YouTube channel and do tutorials on graphic design, so I can help people who want to become graphic designers like me, become a graphic designer like me. And if you want advice on designing, you can always message me on Twitter. So, that's all I have, I have to say. Period. I hope to see you in the comment on one of my videos. Winky smile. Alright. You're in Trinidad and Tobago. That's an interesting... Oh, looks like your Twitter's not connected, my man. Not causing enough drams? Not trying to cause drams. But yeah, your Twitter's not connected, my dude. You probably should get that fixed for yourself. Next thing I want to say is probably move your social media closer to the front and your donation centers a little bit further to the back. You don't want them so close to, like, this is the first thing people see is they go, oh, wow, this is really, okay, they just want money. And you don't want that mindset to pop into people's head. So, like, I understand you're doing designs, and I understand as an artist, you want to get paid for the work you do. But you should always be directing people into certain places. Like, hey, if you want me to design something for you, I got an off website. Or you can find me on something like, I don't know, Fiverr. Or you can find me on this site, or 5 Quid, I think the UK has. You can find me on this site, and you could commission me to make you something. But you don't want that to be the first thing people say. Oh, okay, do you want... Okay. So this is an idea of how the mentality goes for people who are looking at that. How I feel? I feel good. Extra Avster raid? Okay. Cool. We getting raided. That's interesting. Okay, the next thing I want to say is I'm looking at your playlist, and you got a lot of playlists with just one video in it, my man. I get in Twitters from 0 to 5. Find you on Freedom Forums. Freedom Island. Wow, lots of hashtag Freedom Islands going on. But let's talk about this your playlist here. You don't want to have playlists with just one video in it, because the idea of a playlist is to gather a group of videos underneath one term or one just generalized search word, and underneath that or carries or phrases. But the thing is, if you're not planning to add more to those playlists, it wouldn't be too conducive to keep them. You got Black Ops 2 boring moments, free to use gameplay, Black Ops 2 free to use gameplay, and I believe those are the same video and the same thing within different playlists, which honestly you don't need them in 2 different playlists like that, because they're the same game. I would probably try to keep these into a blanket playlist for right now, like, I don't know, Black Ops or FPS games or random or one-offs. If you ever plan on using them, just try to utilize your gameplay or any other, well, I should say, utilize your playlist to cover and blanket a bunch of videos instead of just targeting one video. You don't want that to be the issue, because yeah, the metadata works, but it usually works on a larger scale. So, like, for example, if someone were to type in Doki Doki Literature Club Frosted Fricks, you would find my playlist of Doki Doki Literature Club first. Give me 1 second. So that's something to think about. because you don't want to just have a playlist just to have a playlist. Now you do a lot of banner arts, you do a lot of intros, and you're like the guy who stands around the corner in a trench coat, like, hey, want to buy an intro? And everyone knows how I feel about intros, but no, these are mainly banners, honestly. But then what kind of throws me off is you do a lot of these banner things, they look really cool, you give educational stuff, and then you toss in a video gameplay here, which is a little weird because that's not what I come here to expect. Honestly, from all the information you even give right here, GFX tutorials and more, I'm here expecting that, not gameplay. This is something, throwing gameplay in here kind of throws like a wrench in the cogs. It kind of like, it's like so far from left field, it leaves your viewers confused and worried because they become used to watching you do certain things. Obviously, you're getting a fair amount of views on certain videos. I would definitely target those videos. Your thumbnails aren't too terrible because they're all based on the type of banner or whatever you're doing. And it's catchy, it's colorful, and it's like it makes me wonder, because when you're making thumbnails or even titles of a video, you gotta have people stop and ask, okay, what is this? You want that question there. So you say free Fortnite YouTube banner template PSD. That's good. Some people are gonna be using this. A lot of people are using it because Fortnite's turning into a pretty big game. I would actually honestly push that video a little hard right now, especially on your social media, which currently isn't available at the moment for us to take a look at. You do free intros too. I wanted to expose someone on that game, so but the issue, as I said, it kind of just doesn't match what your usual. So I'm gonna go with this one because we're gonna stick with your usual. See, now this is a pretty cool banner, not gonna lie. I kind of like it, but the only downside, it's a little okay, I'm going to pause this really quick. The only downside, it's a little unsettling with the amount of movement that is going on and the glitching. Like I'm sort of trying to watch what you're doing, but the issue is there's so much movement, you kind of lose me. I get where you're going with there though, because you're trying to also add like a little bit of excitement while people are watching. But it's like the way people watch some of these like speed things, they don't want to, they're kind of just studying what you're doing. And you want to try to make it so people can visibly see it. So instead of just shaking this camera around, no offense, I'm just trying to say that you want people to be able to kind of see what you're doing so they can use it as an example, because essentially that's what you said about in the about section. You're here to help other people gather a new idea or how to with these type of things. So try to slow it down for those people that are, well, not in momentum. Definitely. Hey, oh my god, EGR, how you doing? So that being said, let's go talk about these tags. These tags, though, man. Tutorials, graphics, commentary, gaming, graphic designer, speed arts, intros, outros, Genesis, Fortnite, YouTube banner template, YouTube banner, speed art, Fortnite, YouTube banner template, free YouTube banner template. Now then, for the most part, that was good, but then you got the first part of it. This whole part right here, tutorials, graphics, commentary, blah, 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 this has nothing to do with commentary. There's no commentary in this whole video. This has nothing to do with gaming. Kind of does, but it doesn't, because this is art. Graphic designer, yeah, but can you do something a little bit stronger? Speed arts, that's also very true, but what are you speed arting? You got intros, outros, neither of which fall into this. Then you got Genesis, which I get that's your name, but it doesn't quite fall into this. Then you did Fortnite, but what can we do to make that stronger? And what you did is you made it stronger further down in the tagging, but you want your strongest tags first. You don't want your weak tags put in the front. These are what I would consider your throwaway tags, the whatever tags. You want your big tags in the front. You want your Fortnite YouTube banner. How to make a Fortnite YouTube banner. Fortnite YouTube banner speed art. Fortnite YouTube banner speed paint. Or speed design in this case. You want to be able to push the idea of the actual narrative of the video into your tags. When you work on that and you expand them a bit more, you'll make it more searchable for other individuals. Think about how you would look this up in YouTube, and that would probably be the tag that you'd want to go with because it would be relevant to the video. You don't want to just say Genesis. Who's going to search that if they're looking for a Fortnite banner? No one. So you got to make sure that your tags are going to match what this is. Try to keep it nice and concise. Yeah, that's catchy. Try to keep it nice and concise. But let's see. Look at this. I don't do GFX free. It is very hard to do, and I would really appreciate it if you would stop asking. Probably not a good way to start and get people's attention to come see you. I understand that it's frustrating as a graphic designer. I understand that it's frustrating. I say that from my personal experience. I do animations, and I don't know how many people constantly come up to me. Oh, if you wouldn't mind doing an animation for me, I'll give you. I'll put it on my video so you can get some exposure. I'm like, tasty exposure. I can definitely fill my stomach with that. That'll totally keep the roof over my head and the gas in my car. Thank you for that exposure. But in all honesty, yes, I get it. It is very frustrating. But what this information should be is more descriptive towards the video itself. I understand, but the last thing you want to put in the description, especially the first thing people see, is negativity. Because negativity breeds hate. Hate breeds. Okay, I'm not going to go to the Star Wars route, but you know what I mean. You don't want that to be the first thing I see on here. Okay, so be more specific. What is this? This is a video of me just designing a Fortnite banner for you guys to use. So just think about that, and then expand on that. What programs are you using? What was a hang up section for you where you're like, okay, what else do I do? Maybe you could even give a step-by-step guide in the description on what you're doing to kind of just make the description longer, help people out who are trying to learn how to design stuff if you want to truly teach people how to do it. So that might be something you'd want to look at in the future. That being said, I like how you got your social media links in there, which is great. You got your Instagram, Facebook, and all that. But I noticed that on your About section, your Instagram is actually nowhere to be found. So you might want to add that to your About section. And same goes for your Discord. You want people to find that. You definitely do. So work on your tags, but the big thing that's killing you right now, the big thing that's hurting your channels the most is the lack of uploads. That's going to be the most damaging thing to any channel out there. No uploads equals no traffic equals no movement. You don't want that to happen. Yeah, you got some evergreen stuff in here, which is great. We should know there's people go back to it every now and then in the future and stuff that people always will look at. I have evergreen content on my channel where I made an OBS tutorial video that people still watch to this day. But at the same rate, I'm just saying that there's just not enough going on recently. And just think of it this way: if you're standing in line, this is how you want YouTube relevancy in essence. You want to constantly be given something to YouTube. So picture it this way: you're standing in line to a concert, or a movie. You're standing in line to a movie, and you're like, I'm hungry, and you get out of line. You go get food. Do you think you're going to be back at the front of the line? No. You're going to be back. You're going to be at the end of the line. You might not get the seat you want. But what that analogy is essentially saying is the less you wait, the less you keep going, and when you stop, that's when you're not going to go anywhere. You want that momentum on YouTube, and when you gain that momentum, it's going to look positive for yourself. You want that momentum, and you just got to stay relevant. So every time, always upload and upload more than once a month. Upload probably for you about twice a week. One banner thing and maybe something educational. This is my recommendation. So thank you very much for watching, and I thank you for sharing your channel with us. All right? All right. I don't think George is still in Kuwait. I'm sorry, I don't speak anything other than English. So, that being said, we're going to spin the wheel again. Bye, Nathan. All right, King, are you still here? I'm going to open up the list in a moment. King, check out Freedom Island. Thank you very much, Lime. How you doing, man? There he is. Now, King, I've gone over your channel several times at this point in time. What in particular, gosh darn it, what in particular would you like me to go check out this time? I know, James, it just missed you. Here we go. And make it look like a YouTube channel. That's what I want to see. Freedom Island. Everyone's on this Freedom Island thing. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. All right, King. Tags. You want me to just look at your tags? No problem. So we're gonna look at your most recent video, because we go. I've gone over his things once or twice. But King. Just a quick thing. Do you think you probably could have done this thumbnail a little bit better, a little bit more eye catchy, something that pops like this? Because compared to all this is not really. It doesn't really pop. You know what I mean? So what could you do to make that thumbnail better? Ask yourself that question. A cartoon? Everyone's telling me to watch this Freedom Island thing. I'm going to watch that later. I'm not sure if I should watch something like that on stream. Avi is here. All right. You're getting a lot better, dude. Been playing with After Effects, I see. I like your use of transitions. That's actually pretty cool. I understand it's not bad. It's great. But I can't. There's certain things I can't watch. There's certain things I can't watch. Only because I don't know what the result is. Like here. I'm gonna bring it over here. I'm gonna go silent for a second, guys, because there's getting a lot of reviews for this. So I'm gonna have to pre-screen this. Who's it by? Quintus Minimusis. Sorry about this. Just gonna mute the audio here, because I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't trust everything, especially with how people like to troll. Okay, I'm just gonna look here. See, this is why I mute everything. It's funny, yes, but it is not in good taste to be showing on here. Okay, I'm going to keep that open for myself for later. So, yeah, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that to myself. All right. It's funny, but like certain phrases and whatnot, and I cannot show it on here. All right, so let's take a look at these tags. Exploring Singapore, traveling to Singapore, Marina Bay Sands, cinematic vibes, Singapore cinematic videos, Singapore Marina Bay Sands, cinematic Singapore, Singapore Marina Bay Sands, Singapore Trav. All right. No, I'm not playing it on stream. I'm not playing it on stream at all. Well, it says bad words that I can't play on this channel. So I have to be careful with those things. Nope. You could say it all day. I'm not doing it. I ain't getting yelled at today. But I like the tags. You could even probably go with visiting Singapore. Singapore stock footage. Ooh, that'd be a cool one. Because that's kind of what it is. It was interesting, Quintus. It was very interesting. I thought I got to watch the rest of it. I only watched a few minutes and I skipped ahead to look around. And it's good, but I can't watch it on stream. So that being said, give me a second. My dudes, fiance text you, you always have to answer. The lesson of the world, you got to know this. When your fiance texts you, always answer, because she'll kill you. I'll tell Quintus. I'll tell you about it maybe in the next stream, or if you ever want to catch one of the streams on my channel. But I can't say everything on here. But it's interesting. So back to those tags. You could have been could have done something like Singapore stock footage, visiting Singapore, Singapore. Could have even probably a travel video, Singapore travel video. Ooh, that would have been good. So try to work with that. I'm not sure what Singapore Trav is. I think you meant to say travel, but you didn't complete the words. So that being said, you got cool. I love your vids. You responded. Everybody, it looks like you are. You didn't get a pro. Do you want to collab so we can get each other 4K? 1K? Ooh. Okay, drone scene. Interesting. You should talk back to some of these guys, but this was like a minute ago, so I understand why you haven't been able to get to them because you're watching this. Don't just say thanks. Always try to engage them. Try to get them, not get engaged with them, but engage them. Get them talking to you. Yeah. What was your favorite part? All that fun stuff. All right. Get them engaged. So description. Exploring Singapore, most tourist attraction place. Exploring Singapore, most. I think there's something wrong with the grammatical structure of that sentence. Marina Bay Sands, a garden city, a great aesthetic. All of this is made just by using a mobile. You were just using a phone the entire time? That's actually kind of cool. So probably expand on its description, talk more about your trip, how much you enjoyed it, what people could be looking for if they go there. Is there any specific landmark or building, location you would recommend they go to? Extend this out. Make it more of a discussion topic because, yeah, it's a great cinematic view of the city, which I think is awesome. The music goes really well with it. I really like the water. Actually, this is kind of cool. What is this building? It's like they took a boat and dropped it on top of it. That is cool. But yeah, I really like the footage. It's really good. And as I said, your use of transitions is actually very well done. So try to expand this description a little bit more. Talk a bit more about this trip. This is how people get to interact and engage, not only in the comments, but with you. And you want that to happen. So yeah. Yes. All right. All right. So now we're going to add more names to the wheel. And before I open the list, please listen to me when I say this. When I am adding names to the list, do not spam. Please do not spam. Do not spam. Just ask once. I promise I will see it. I promise you I will see it. Don't go me, because I see more than 2 me's from one person. I'm not putting them on the list. Because what happens is you're going to bump all the people who could have been on that list up, and I will miss them. And we don't want me missing people because they get mad at me. And then I turn and go, hey, no, this guy did this, and then they get mad at you. And you don't want that to be a situation. I just don't want people getting mad. How's that sound? Let's just not get mad. Let's be nice. So I'm going to open the list. We're going to ask once. And then I'm going to close the list. You got 30 seconds, all right? All right? See, tech support already breaking my rules. I only have one rule. All right. List is open. Boop. Reset. All right. And after it's closed, don't keep asking. Emma, you're already on here. Okay. I've ignored that long enough. Stop. List is closed. Hello there. All right. So we got that. Guys, don't forget to drop a like on this stream. Epic Yoshi. I think have we gone over your channel before in the past? Feel like we have. Maybe I'm going crazy. Fats, you're already on there. All right. Boop. All at it. Right. I know. So demanding. It's like I'm some sort of robot or something. You just whip and just say go. And I'm like, Esther, the problem is your comments. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I'm just here to help you. Oh, don't hurt me. Okay, that's how I feel sometimes. But let me also point this out. Ladies and germs, KBG Gunner, you are... Did you ask? You just waved. You said hi. I just thought you wanted to say hi. You didn't really say... Gotta think of that. Can't just say hi. I won't. I said if you want to add, you go, please. Please, may I be added to the list? Sir, kindly of the name name generator of knowledge, please, for the love of God, add me to your list. And I'll be like, oh, good sir, of course I'll add you to the list. If you just go, hello, I'd be like, hello. And that's the end of the conversation. All right. But that being said, I also want to point out something. Obviously, I'm not going to get to 1 million names by the end of the night, but I want to show you guys something really quick. You'll notice if you expand your this little section down here, you'll see 2 channel names. First one is MGN. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, I will go over people's channels on MGN. Trust me, there is no spinny wheel. It's first come, first serve. It starts at 8 p.m., goes to 10 p.m. I'm there to help you. Utilize that. MGN is a sister company of Freedom. We do game stuff over there. It's fun. It's great. It's awesome. We have a top 5. It's cute. But the next thing I want to say is also on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on my own channel located right there, I also do these review streams. That's where they were birthed from. Where's my channel? And they came over to here. And I am there to help you there as well. Every Wednesday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, I will be there to help you. First come, first serve again there. And also just want to point out this before you go ahead and start subscribing to my own personal channel. Remember, I am not a review machine. I actually do upload content on my channel. So if you're gonna subscribe, please enjoy the content that I put up and don't just subscribe because I'm giving you a review. I'm just doing this to help you guys. Remember that. I never ask for anything in return. All right? I never ask for anything in return to help you guys. Just keep that in mind, all right? Danny. All right. Boop. Okay, so I'm going to slide that over. I'm going to close that. And we're going to spin the wheel. And again, the big rule is you have got to be here. You'll have 30 seconds to announce yourself. Oh. Rocco forever. Rocco Gaming. Art thou still here? All right, Brandon. You have a good night. Wheel of Reviews. Powered by Google. But Rocco.
Garbage day is a very dangerous day. Rocco, are you still here?
Rocco. All right, I have you up on the screen. You got 30 seconds, my man. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Mr. Drizzy, I haven't even seen you up on this chat until just now. There you are. Mr. Drizzy, I'm gonna review all the way to the beginning of this. No, you have not set. Thank you very much for the subscribe, Mr. Drizzy. You have not said anything at all until 7 minutes ago, if that. So don't try to make me feel guilty. But Rocco, I see you. And then we're going to do a little magic thing where we make everything disappear. Turn you into a YouTube channel. Bow. All right. Rocco, let's talk. Welcome to my life. So first thing I want to see is when I'm looking at this, I see Rocco Gaming going at the top. You see Rocco Forever / Rocco Gaming. I kind of want you to decide one or the other. You cannot have both in this case. You don't want to be tied down, obviously. You don't want to be tied down to a title, but at the same rate, like, you should find branding. Do you want to be Rocco Forever or Rocco Gaming? That way it doesn't get confusing for people. the next thing I want to say is it's really cool that you got this nice banner with the colorful colors on it. You have a very common background. I've seen it in a few different banners, so just keep that in mind. You want your stuff to pop a little bit differently. The other thing I want to say is there is something that's really tiny underneath your banner, and I'm not sure if you noticed this. I'm not sure if you see this, but it's right here. It says flamingtext.com, which is okay. But you're advertising for someone on your banner, and is that something you want to do? Are they paying you for that? Probably not. So I probably wouldn't recommend putting any advertisement stuff in your banner at all. Just keep it Rocco Gaming, and probably try to change the background a little bit on it, just to make it pop a little bit more. All right, make your stuff separate. You gotta go, XRG. I just put you on the list. You already gotta go. All right, dude. Here we go. Chick-chock. So the next thing as we're going, we got your uploads, got popular uploads, individual playlists. That's actually looking pretty good. So let's go to your about section. Can I review iDubbbz? I am not going to iDubbbz channel. I am subscribed to the dude. Don't get me wrong. That man need no review. Last thing I do is him make a content copy of me. This guy, with his 2,600 subscribers, thinks he knows everything in the world. Well, I'm about to do a review on his butt. No, I don't think I'm controversial enough for that. I am a variety gamer, mainly Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, Rainbow Six Siege, and Call of Duty. If you would like to collab or something like that, just leave me a comment or tweet me. If I figure out how to link, it's rock. Okay, so you don't know how to link your videos, which is well, not your videos, but your social media, which isn't bad. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. This is how you're gonna link. All right, I'm gonna do it right from my channel. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about here. You're gonna go to your about section, right? Follow me on this. You can do this right now, my man. Follow me on it. You go to your about section. You'll notice that you got the little about section right here. And then right here, there's a little section called links. And what you want to do is you want to click this little pencil thing, this little pencil thing right there, and you add your links. And that's how your links will show up here. And you want people to see that. You want people to see those links there first. All right? All right. Actually, as a matter of fact, we're gonna work on my links right now. Check this out, because I am going against everything I've been saying right here. Yes, I realize it's already there. Boop. And that's how we fix it. All right. Done. Because I always say you want your links to your social media first. And why is Google Plus putting its nose where it don't belong? Ugh, I hate that. Okay, but anyways, you want your social media links there first. Actually, we're still gonna be working on this live. Let's do this live. We're doing it live. Because I want my Twitter one first, because I use Twitter a heck of a lot more than I use my Facebook. Okay, I can remember that. We want HTTP colon www.twitter.com/frosty_frix. Boom. Saved. I just screwed up my Twitter link. Can you bring it to me? All right. Excellent. All right. What? No. Hold up. Hold up. What did I do wrong? I'll fix it later. What? Okay. Whatever. I fixed it. There, I got my Twitter bird. All right. So let's go back to you, Rocco. So that's how you add that in there. It's pretty simple. Really easy to do. And again, I like putting my most used social media first. Now, All right, let's go. This is okay. We're on your channel. It's good. Let's take a look at your playlist. All right. So according to your playlist, you have roughly 7, 6, 12 plus 11, 23, 28 videos. And if that's the case, when I go into the next section, I should see about 28 videos. And I can do math really quick. And I can definitely tell you, you have probably about that much. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha! You got more than 28 videos already right here. You got most of them in playlist. But this is 30 right here. Then you got 4. You got 34 videos. So try to get most of them into playlist as well. The next thing I want to say is really killing you right now, and this I mentioned this earlier. The biggest thing you can do, and I'm going to hit you with this hard, man. And it's going some IRL like, oh my God, Jesse, what is going on here? Is where have you been for 4 months, my man? It has been 4 months since you uploaded at all. You have not uploaded in 4 months. That is a killer for any channel. And on top of that, you only uploaded 2 months. You only uploaded twice, the month before that month, and then you uploaded once, and then you disappeared for another 3 months. You can't keep disappearing like that. The issue is you'll never gain any momentum here, and that's an issue. You don't want that to be a situation. I say upload all the time. At least try to. Like myself, I switch between uploads and live streams, and that way I keep my channel always active and busy. I'm not saying that's something you have to do. Your laptop was stolen. I understand that, but there's always a way to get something up somehow, some way. I'm just saying in this particular case, 4 months is a huge break, and even before your laptop got stolen, I mean, like, I have to ask, was your laptop stolen between month 6 and month 9? Was your laptop stolen between month 9 and a year ago? So you need to be uploading a lot more often. Like, I understand recent activities, but the activities before that also reflect your current want to strive for, I guess, being on YouTube. Or at least in entertaining others. You got to keep supplying the entertainment. When you drop off with the entertainment supply, people go to other people to find that entertainment. The next thing I need to hit you with, my man, is the lack of thumbnails. You got some thumbnails, which are obviously they definitely they're definitely interesting in some cases, but in a lot of cases, the thumbnails could use a lot of work. You're using the arrow thing, which, yes, gets a lot of attention, but what are you saying that's not getting your attention? Or has someone already done this? Or what are you doing that's not actually making the video jump out? What could you do to make this particular thumbnail jump out? These are all things you have to, like, actually look into. Right now, as I said, I'm looking into looking at your Fortnite Battle Royale Shrub Warfare. Though it should have done really well, I think the issue you're running into right now when I'm looking at it is that you got the arrow to point to the person in a bush, but you kind of didn't make it jump. You're using basic stock imagery from the game, which is okay, but I believe you should have had the bush in front of everything, gotten rid of all the lower UI elements on it to kind of make it its own thing, and maybe made the bush its own free floating thing, and try to work with the designs of the characters from Fortnite to kind of make it pop. There's a lot of ways to do that. There's already pre-existing rendered images of the characters you can find on Google and be able to scatter them here or there. You could also play with friends and tell them to try to do a dance, and you can record that and then cut the character out in Photoshop and paste it into another section. Lots of different ways where you can make this pop. You definitely want that to happen. So I guess it's not as eye-catching as it could be. Then you go, I'm a hacker, Fortnite, Battle Royale. So let's take a look here. That right there is also an issue that you run into as well. A lot of channels, and I don't know who started this, but I want to strangle them, don't use intros. As a gaming channel, never use intros. Why? Because you have 10 seconds to gather a person's attention. You have 10 seconds to gain their interest in your video. And if you're utilizing that 10 seconds to literally shove your name into their face, I guarantee they're probably not going to stick around because they want to watch what's there. If you're shoving this thing and flashing it in front of them, it's just not going to keep people entertained. You want that entertainment value right off the bat. So I always say always put like one of the coolest parts in it or a fun part at the beginning, and then lead right into the video. Skip the intro and just go straight into the video. I don't sugarcoat nothing. You know this. Yeah, channel updates are always good. But I just do not recommend channel intros. Never recommend channel intros. Ever. The next thing I want to say, and this is a big one for you, is I'm noticing you did this from the PlayStation 4. So I'm going to let this play for a second. So I can tell you when I'm looking for channels and the first thing I see is an intro, 98% of the time I just leave. Oh man, that's the old Fortnite map. It's been so updated. I couldn't remember what it looked like until just now. Ceiling traps. You can own with traps. All right, so not a whole lot of communication between you and the other teammates. But the other thing is you say your laptop's broken, but I can tell from this you uploaded this straight from PlayStation, my man. Don't let PlayStation control your channel. And what do I mean by that? I still don't recommend intros at all there, Molly. I say that because you're talking about channels who are already established. I'm talking about channels who haven't even established a name yet. At this point in time, you shouldn't be focused on intros. Intros should be the last thing in your mind. You should be focused on your content. I wouldn't even put an intro into your channel at such an early stage because in a lot of cases, people find them cringy and they just walk away. And you don't want that to be the first thing people think when they look at your channel. It's the last thing you want people to think when they look at your channel. So I don't recommend intros at all. As a matter of fact, I recommend making something interesting for someone to watch and then getting into what you got to get into. If you're really in love with that intro, use it as an outro into your end card. That's my recommendation as far as that goes. But next thing I want to talk about is don't let the PlayStation upload stuff and then tag it for you because the PlayStation is a terrible tagging tool. It's just a horrible thing because what PlayStation likes to do is they'll sit there and they will put all of their tags ahead of your tags. They'll make sure all of their information's in front of your information. And they'll make sure that you are the least important thing about this video and you're everything about this video. This whole video is about you. So what I see when I first see tags like this, I see PS4 Share, PlayStation 4, Sony Interactive, Share Factory, then Fortnite, then it says Fortnite separately, and those first like 5 tags right there aren't good tags. First off, when I'm looking for Fortnite videos, I could care less if they were played on a potato, to be honestly. I just want to see a good Fortnite video. I really don't care what they were played on. And honestly, like, not too many people are going to go in Fortnite for PlayStation 4. They'll just type in Fortnite. I guarantee it. And that's how PlayStation thinks. I'm going to put my stuff in before you, and don't let the PlayStation to do that. Just don't. As I said, they're in it to advertise their own things, not to help you. And you don't want that to be an issue. So always, when you're uploading from your PlayStation, don't allow it to put tags on anything. Just tag it yourself. The next thing is Fortnite OK tag, but then you got Fortnite separately, then you got Fort, then Night, then Fortnite lowercase, then you got Fort space Night, and you spelled it correct. You spelled night like regular night. Then you got funny moments bat. He got keys or rocks. Did I pass? But the next thing I want to say is those types of tags actually don't work well. What are you doing this? I'm a hacker. Why isn't that anywhere in your tags? That's something you got to ask yourself. If this is being like called out for being a hacker or done for being a hacker, your tag should be based around that concept. Your tags should 100% be based around that concept. Hacking, being called a hacker in Fortnite, getting called out for being a hacker at Fortnite, hacking Fortnite. All those tags should be relevant to your video. Being accused of being false accusations of hacking. I was hacking ? Like there's a lot of tags that you could have used, but you chose to use the simple tags, and you don't want to use simple tags. But let's be honest. When I go into YouTube and I'm going to type in night, just the word night. Just the word night. Let me explain that. I'm going to type that in night. Just the word night. 206 million results. That means you have a 1 in 206 million chance of getting seen just on that tag alone. That's not good enough. You don't want to be in the millions. You want to be in the thousands. The reason you don't want to be in the millions because, as I said, you're just not. There's not going to be a point in time that you're going to be searched based on that. Especially since night is such a derogatory term. It's just a whatever term. Like, I mean, you're behind Europe, the band that exploded in the 80s, and then what happened to them? Then you have Whitesnake in the Still of the Night. What happened to them? But you're behind them because your video currently doesn't hold any weight, and two, the night that you're using is just too plain. You have to have specific tags. That's why I always preach specific tags. The more specific it is, the better it is for you. Those are good tags too, Molly. Just try not to clickbait with those. So you don't want your tags being so just generic and bland. You want them long and more geared towards the video. The next thing I want to say is, let's take a look at this. So I guess I'm a hacker. Good thing this game was recorded before they added the report function. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Also comment. I mean, if you want, it's up to you. Probably not so like downtrodden when you're trying to leave a description. Be happy, be excited about the things that you're doing that you're doing for this. Maybe explain a little bit more what calls you out for hacking. Give us a little bit more information, more juice to the cup that I'm trying to fill. I want to know a little bit more about what's going on, and the reason I want to know is, let's pretend I'm the Google search engine. The more information you put in your description, the better it is for you. And I say that 100% as a fact because I use the description as a way to find my own videos. So, for example, we're going to open up YouTube again. A while back, and I use this example a lot, I did an interview with the developer of Honey Pop. And one, you won't find anyone else who did this interview because I know him. The second thing is, you'll look at the title and it goes Honey Cam Studio Developer Interview. Well, wait a second. It doesn't say Honey Pop. However, if you look at my description, it says an interview with the game developer of Honey Pop and Honey Cam. It was actually searched based on a description of the video. With that information given, YouTube was actually able to find it based on my description. Not necessarily the title, but the description led YouTube to this video. And that's what you want to work with. You want the description to lead people to your videos as well. All the information you give is very, very important, and it all goes right into the metadata, which looks like this. This is your jumbled source information. All this is information that YouTube's going to use to search your thing. Like, here are your tags right here. Your description's right here. You go, I guess I'm a hacker. Good thing this game was recorded before they added a report function. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Also comment, and see how that's not enough information for YouTube to grab onto. the bigger the description, the more information you give, the better the result of a search. And you want that search engine result. At the end of the day, you want them to come to you based on the information you're going to type in the description. All right? So those are my suggestions, and I definitely hope they help you. And before demonetized. Yeah, it is. But the dude was a pretty cool dude. What can I say? He's funny. So yeah, those are my suggestions, dude. I hope you utilize them. I hope you get back to uploading, man, because that's really what's hurting you right now is that upload schedule. Okay, so let's spin that wheel. Did you also, by the way, Honey Pop 2 is coming out sometime in the next year or two, so that's a thing. Okay, BG Gooner, are you here? Hey, Europe are still together and popular. I'm sorry, Drawya. I'm sorry. I just haven't heard any Europe news since I was 6. So I'm I honestly haven't heard. I know I got a feeling they're still together. A lot of those old bands still stuck with each other, but I haven't heard any Europe news for a while. All right, KPG Gooner. I won't say KGB Gooner. Oh man, KGB getting up in here playing video games now. Oh, he's here. I didn't even have to start the timer thing. Timer do jabber. Let's do this. Whip. All right. Sorry, I got trolled once with someone's channel, so now I always check it on a separate video because I don't want. Like, I have it on a separate screen. Y'all can't see what I'm looking at because I don't need no issues happening on any of my stream because someone wants to be disgusting. All right. We're going to bring you right over here. That was really in your face, huh? Got my attention. I'm awake. Okay, first and foremost, let's take a look at that. The title here. Everything about it. What's adorable? What's adorable? They're going to be there's going to be alien macaroons during Pixar Fest? Hold on, we got, hold up. I just got to see this. Aha! That's what they look like. They are cute. So those of you who don't know, I'm making this announcement right now. This year I will be going to VidCon. I highly recommend. It's going to be happening in June. If you're going to be there, come visit me. Say hi. Say what's good, my man. Give me a hug. I don't care. Come say hi. I'm going to be walking around the whole time at VidCon, the whole weekend. And if you want to see me, you want to see what's up, I'll be there. And I'll be chilling. I'll be having my Freedom shirt on. I'll be looking really professional, new haircut. I'll get my face did. I'm joking. I'm just going to have my haircut. And I'll be walking around just saying hi to people and kissing hands and shaking babies. You know, all that fun stuff. But I'll be there just chilling and walking around. So, let's talk about this channel. Come SITC in London. Pay for the ticket, now come. Reveal Zone 2? No. Nice setup there, Molly. I know all about Zone Ton. That is definitely not something I could do on this one. Though, kudos, I didn't realize Bennett the Sage did the voice of the producer. I actually think that's kind of cool. So let's talk about this banner. There's a lot going on, and I get that you're trying to you're doing the NASCAR thing, the race car thing, where they got like ads and stuff all over the place. But I see things like MotoGP, Gru 2, Gravel, Cars 2, the movie, Gran Turismo, Asset 2, something, Assetto Casa. Then you got Monster on there for some reason, MXGP. Then you put your Twitter name on there, your Facebook name on there. You got YouTube Live. It is just so crowded on this thing. And I get what you were going for. It kind of looks like the hood of any type of racing car. But the issue is, it kind of just shoves your name all the way at the top, and just there's so much activity going on around it. It takes my eye away from the name. What you could do as a recommendation is get a picture of a car's hood. All right, follow me on this. Get a picture of a car's hood. Really sell me on what you're trying to do here, but don't crowd your title. The other thing I definitely want to say on there is get rid of the Twitter and get rid of the Facebook up on the banner, because one, I can't click it, I can't copy it, I can't go to those links, and if I'm on my mobile device, which 90% of the people who are probably watching your channel are, they ain't gonna be able to copy it and open it up. And I definitely, sure as poop, they ain't gonna try to swap between the Twitter app or the Facebook app and try to remember what your name is on there and try to type it in. So it's just it's wasted space. You don't want that space to be wasted. I never say put your Twitter or your Facebook stuff on there, because you just leave that for your design. This is a whole design thing. It says more about you. You don't need that on there, because not only that, yeah, this I can read this perfectly fine on my computer, but if I'm on my phone, this thing's going to be much smaller than it is. I mean, one of these are almost the size of my screen. So just keep that in mind when you're putting the stuff together, right? All right, James Ash. There's always more than one way for me to go over your stuff. All right, so on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, I'll be on MGN. On Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, I'll be at my house here. Actually, both of them kind of at my house. I'll be here on my own channel, Frost Fricks, to be able to help you. Okay, my dude? But the next thing I want to say is, so try not to crowd that around, all right? The next thing, let's take a look. You got recent activities, Monster Energy Supercross Career Walkthrough, Project Cars 2. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. The one thing I got to tell you all about your recent activities tab is be careful with this, because your recent activities will not only tell us like what you're doing for uploads, but it also tell me what videos you're liking as well. Be careful with that, because I'll accidentally, sometimes it will make it so I'll click on that and I'll go to that person's channel on accident, and then I'm streamlining their stuff, and you don't want that to be a situation. So instead of recent activities, change it to upload, so it only puts your content in the front. That's something I definitely say, just make sure that's going on. You're freaking out, don't freak out. Let's take a look about the About section. Hi, I'm KPG Gooner, your UK-based YouTuber that loves racing all kinds of different vehicles with some fast-paced commentary. For donations to improve my channel, you got your PayPal link, Sim Racing Events Facebook group, you got a Facebook group, Epidemic Sounds. For some reason, you just got the link to Epidemic Sounds. Okay, so there's not enough information here, and on top of that, you don't need all those social media things there, because not even on my own computer are these even highlightable or clickable to bring me right to the links. I actually have to copy and paste them when I'm lazy, and so is 98% of the rest of the world, and we like things to be readily available for us to click, and they are all available right down here for us to click. So repeating yourself twice isn't something you need to do, even though I do that quite frequently on these channel reviews. It's something you don't need to do in your About section. Tell us about yourself. What got you into racing? What got you into the stuff that you want to share on here? What makes you separate from everybody else who's doing this type of stuff? What is your upload schedule? That's a big one for you. And if you want to add something about social media, if you need to contact me or want to keep up with me on any of my social media, check out the links located below, and then it directs people's eyes to go move down and look at the links section right here. So yeah, that's something you definitely want to work on. Also, where are we sitting? Can we get a little bit more like? Can we get a like train going? It's been a while since I've seen any likes on this video. I want to see some more likes. I like the likes. All right, I like it a lot. So let's take a look at the Twitter. See how that's doing. All right, so you kept everything nice and concise. That's good. You kept your branding going, so that's good. But this is why I say first off, your banner is not centered correctly. Your top of your letters are actually being cut off. The next thing I want to say is see why this would be something redundant to put on your banner, because on YouTube you have the YouTube logo. We're already there. And you have YouTube Live, all of which are the same thing. Now on Twitter, you have a link to your Twitter located on your Twitter. So that's why I always mention that type of stuff. The next thing I want to see is, let's see how active you are on here. Is that like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. I'd be afraid to bust my butt on that thing, but that's actually kind of cool. You're keeping active. How active are you on here? Okay, you're adding people too, which is a smart thing to do. But it looks like for the most part, here's the thing. For the most part, when I'm looking at this, you're only posting your video uploads, which one hand, cool. On the other hand, I say that because the best way to get interaction on your Twitter is to interact on Twitter. Talk to other people. Get into conversations with them. I see you're adding them, but try going to their stuff and actually talking with them. The more you can talk with them, the more curiosity you get people to engage and interact with your Twitter to get to learn more about you, and thusly drives those people to your YouTube channel because they'll see that you're linked to YouTube. And you want to kind of like conglomerate all that into one thing. So talk to other people on here. I can see that you at people, but I want to see you talk people. Post random things, not just your videos. Like, I like to keep things a little spicy every now and then on my Twitter. I'll post like a meme I found, or I'll post like a joke or something that's randomly walking into my mind at that point in time, or I'll post like a thumbnail like I did just a minute ago about my live stream that's happening tonight after this stream. I posted that on Twitter just to engage and keep people excited about what's going on, and then I added the company that was part of it. So to give you an example. When the list is open, you tell to review. Scrolling through Twitter, that's streaming on the edge of my dude. I don't go through too much Twitter. So let's go. I just want to check something out really quick. Shh, don't tell everybody. So to give you an example of what I did today, that's why I don't go through all of Twitter, because I know what you can find on Twitter. I posted this. This is sort of like a little hype thing. New voice tonight VR chat. Wonder who's gonna be. Whoever it is could possibly go wrong. Live at 9 p.m. EST night, and then I posted this just to get people excited. But I also added VR chat, that way people can see it and understand that I'm trying to get, I don't know, interaction and engagement and excitement. That's what's going on tonight. All right. So let's go to your playlists. Let's see how those are doing. All right, your playlists are looking pretty meaty, pretty beefy. You said Monster Energy Supercross update. However, I kind of want to say you should just conglomerate these two playlists until you can get more into this update. Hyping the VR chat stream. It's what I like. I'm getting into it. Then you got Lean GPS Motorcycle Simulator, which is kind of cool. I want one. I'm joking. I don't. I would totally bust my butt on that thing. Gotta make sure KineMaster doesn't crash on me again. Oh man, you don't want that happening. All right, so try to not have too many playlists that have just one video in it again, because you want those playlists to be nice, and like you want people when they're searching things to be able to look at more of your videos than just one. That's the objective of the playlist, is so they can streamline your stuff. So that's why I say you don't want just one video in the playlist, because then they can't streamline your stuff. They watch the one video and the playlist is over. You want to keep directing people to more of your content. That's the cycle of content. You either by recommendation or just teaching them or showing them like the direction you want them to go. So in this particular case, you need speedy playback gameplay. Are you playing Need for Speed on anything else? Yes, you are. Twice. So what can this go into that these where can this fit into these two? That way it's not its own video. You want this stuff to constantly be streaming. So you constantly want people to watch all of your content. But if you have just one playlist, just not going to be enough information. So not enough information, not enough videos. You don't want just one thing in your playlist. And I say that because, like, would you listen to a playlist of music with one song? That's weird. There will be other videos added to the playlist when updates come out. Okay. But for now, I would say probably don't focus on that. Like, give you an example. 1 second. I just caught this with my foot. There we go. Don't worry. Don't worry. My acoustic guitar fell over. Anyways. This is awesome, helping smaller channels get to that threshold. It's what I do, Craig. It's what I do. But, so to give you an example of what I did. When Bubsy. Hi.
Yes, when Bubsy came out.
No, when Bendy and the Incredible Link Machine first came out, and I played it when it was on Game Jolt, I played it on my channel, and I thought it was just going to be a one-off game. So I have a little thing in here called One Shots. Boom. It's one shot, and I also have one in here called Horror Games. So it wound up in both those playlists. And I didn't think they were going to expand on it, but they did. So when the next one came out, I made it a playlist. So now when Bubsy 2 came out, I have a playlist of Bubsy 1 and Bubsy 2. Now it's Bubsy 1, 2, and 3. So I wouldn't make a playlist until the content comes out. In the meantime, keep it with the other stuff so it can be seen if someone wants to streamline it. That's what I guess I've been trying to say the whole time. So let's see. Monster Energy Supercross. Do that Bubsy impression again. Well, if you want to see more Bubsy impressions, I recommend tuning into Frosted Fricks at about 9:10 tonight, and I will be there doing all the Bubsy that you need. All the Bubsy. All right, Monster Energy Supercross Career Mode Part 13. So that is a lot of information you're putting in the title. Now, you notice when I was looking at it, it got cut off. So I probably would keep out PS4 Pro gameplay because, honestly, that doesn't add to anything. I would try to drop that. You go jumping to a rhythm. That's good. Maybe that could be your catchy title at the beginning. Hey, I have a question. I'm a French YouTuber, more than 25K subscribers. I used to be on a French network, but it was shut down. Now I'm looking to join Freedom. Do you think it's a great idea? I personally enjoy Freedom myself. I've been a part of Freedom for about 2.5, 3 years at this point in time, and honestly, I haven't had any disappointments in it. I mean, every network has its ups and downs, but honestly, I honestly haven't had a bad time involving Freedom the entire time I've been with it. You just work hard, you put your work out, and it just works for you. And they're always willing to work with you on like rev share splits depending on how good your channel's being watched and how many people are engaging on it, and what type of content you put on. So it's like I personally like it. I really enjoy it myself. Okay. So the next thing I want to say is probably try to see what you can do to get the word jumping to a rhythm at the beginning of that. Because you got Monster Super Energy Cross Career Mode Part 13. But the issue is there's so much information going on in this title that it gets cut off. What can we do? I would drop PS4 Pro gameplay. Honestly, no one's going to search that up. And I'm not saying that to be mean or a jerk. I'm honestly that no one's going to search that up in terms of how this looks. That's not part of the search. But maybe do something with that jumping to a rhythm. I like that. It's a bouncy title. No pun intended. But put that somewhere closer towards the beginning. Or like you got Monster Energy Supercross. Jumping to a Rhythm Career Mode Part 13. Try working with that, maybe. I have it up on the side there, Fox. I have it up on the side, but I ain't gonna show it up on the screen. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I caught wind of what some of it was, so I'm not gonna do it on the stream. I'm definitely not gonna do that, but I will watch it personally later. Then you got Monster Energy Supercross Remote Power 13 jumping to a Rhythms PS4 Pro gameplay. Probably a bit more information in that description. What is going on in the video? This is part 30, jumping to a rhythm. Why does it say that? What can you give us information about that in the actual like description of the video? Again, the bigger the description, the more information people are going to be able to search your channel based on that. If you're just typing in that, the likelihood of people actually typing that into a search bar, like who types in career mode part 13? Not too many people. I can definitely say that because they're looking for part 1 most of the time. What can you put in the description to make it so people are going to watch it? Well, here's some recommendations. Be specific and precise about what you're talking about on this here. And what you could also throw in there, I haven't seen it all there, Fox. I have not seen it all there. Hey, Plasma. What I can say is what you could also do is, one, you could give us the like information of Monster Energy Supercross career, Supercross, like like if you were to look at the back of the cover of the game, let's say it's on a case, what does the back of the case say about the game? It's sort of like a brief synopsis of the game. Then, after that, give us a download link if you can download it for PC, or link it to like the PlayStation Network somehow, so that way people can click on it. You want people to click on it because what's going to happen is companies keep track of where traffic comes from. Believe it or not. And if they're seeing a gross amount of people coming out of one site to get, like, you're pretty much advertising for them, yes, and you're directing people to that, yes, but you still want people to go through there because those companies will see what you're doing. In a lot of cases, let's say there's a high traffic source coming from that, the company will reach out to you and try to offer you something. I'm not saying that's going to happen all the time, but it definitely helps both parties. The next thing, your tags. KBG Gunner, Monster Energy Supercross, Supercross PS4. So you put a lot of fluff stuff at the beginning. I want to see more specific stuff. You got Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game. Monster Energy Supercross game. Gameplay PS4. PS4 Monster Energy. Monster Energy Supercross the game. Monster Supercross. Okay, so you don't have anything really... And vidIQ as well as sharing videos with friends, but I barely get over 10 views. It's, in my personal opinion, Plasma, it's all about the content you're producing. Like, to give you an example, I have 2 channels. I have this one, which is my video gaming channel, and another one, which is my voice acting channel. My voice acting channel is interesting because I target, obviously, voice acting. The only time I share that video is with the guy who created the comic. After that, the video floats on my thing. I don't share it really too often, except on my Tumblr. And my Tumblr, trust me, dude, ain't that effective. Not too many people care about my Tumblr. But what happens is over time, these videos grow and grow. And it's all about the content that you're putting up. It's all about how unique your content is. I figured those were rapid tags, and I'm going to be honest because I've gotten it in with rapid tags a couple times. I've gone in with rapid tags, and I've even talked to them on Twitter. I tried to straighten everything out, explain how their tags don't work, and then I even tried to give them suggestions on how they could fix it, and they didn't want to have any part of it. So I don't recommend rapid tags. I really don't. I think they're trash, honestly, because it's just so... They just use such basic... And only you know exactly what this video is about right now, because I haven't even gotten into watching it yet. But only you know what this video is about. What could be in these tags that's in this video? You say jumping to a rhythm. That is nowhere in your tags. What can you do in your tags that is going to make them stand out from everybody else that's using the tags? The rapid share only gives a flip about the most popular tags used on the most popular channels for any reason. But that is good for those channels. But what about everybody else who's used those tags from rapid tag? Make your tags unique. I don't mind using, like, I use vidIQ to give me an idea of what kind of tag I should be looking at, but I don't exactly ever use the tag that they suggest because in a lot of cases, yeah, that's great and all, but someone already used it. So I personally think rapid tag blows because they're just there to give you cheap product. I guess well, it's free to begin with, but I mean, like, still. The list is gonna open up one last time after this. Let's take a look here. So I'd extend this description and work on your tags yourself, but let's see some video play. And you've been here long enough, you know my stance on the channel intros. I believe you probably could increase the amount of views on your channel by just dropping the intro. We'll hit him on the back of the hand. All right, so I see why there's an attraction to your channel. I was trying to figure out what it is. You sound like an announcer, like a guy like one of the guys. You sound like a commentator, one of the dudes up in the booth that are like giving the 411 on what's going on through through the microphones people are listening to on their headsets. That's actually kind of cool because you're giving a play-by-play of what's going on and you're being entertaining while doing it, which is awesome. And that's actually unique. That's something you brought to this that makes it fun. Like you kind of you put yourself in the game without exactly putting yourself in the game. So what this sounds like is like it was you played the game and then you recorded your voice over it as color commentary, which is why it works. Which is definitely why it works. The other thing I definitely want to say though, though as cool as it is, and as much as I enjoy listening to the revving of the motorcycle, it's very hard to hear you over it all. So lower your game and your music by about probably 10 to 15 decibels so we can hear you a bit more, or just raise your volume up so we can hear you. Because again, we're here to listen to your commentary. We want to hear it, and it's hard to hear you over what's going on. It's so quiet. Well, there was no background music, but the term "jumping to the rhythm" has to do with how the bike's going over the humps, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me so I don't look like an idiot. But yeah. So that's where I like where that's going, but your audio is just all funky right now. So try to get your audio levels nice and balanced so we can hear you, but we can also enjoy the gameplay as well. So work on your tags and description. I probably would recommend getting rid of that intro at this point in time. I just want to see you expand with what you got, because people aren't coming for your intro, they're coming for you. You have a very unique way of getting into what you're doing here, and I like it. I do like it. It's very fun. It's interesting. It feels like I'm sitting in not so much behind the biker, but in the crowd listening to your commentary, which is awesome, and that's how you want people to feel. And you did a great job doing that. So good job on that. Just work on the metadata part of your source information, your metadata part of your videos, and you should be good. I didn't check your upload schedule, honestly. That's my bad. And you do great on uploads, so you just keep that up. Your upload schedule is great. I'm not gonna intrude on it at all. Good job on that. So yeah, just keep that up. All right. Now then, we're gonna open the list one more time. This is gonna be the last time I'm opening the list. When I say list open, please only ask once. Don't spam it, because I will ignore. You don't want that happening. And of course, when I call upon your name, please report to my office in 30 seconds or less, or we're going to move on to the next person. So usually by the end of the streams, we've lost a few people. Just keep that in mind. So when we get to this end and you see a name come up, stick around. They might not be here. All right? So I want to open up the list one last time. Please only ask once. And we're gonna get this going. All right? List is open. No problem, KBG. As I said, I always say this: no matter how big your channel is, no matter how small it is, there's always something you can work on. Real funky. You always want me to review these big channels. You know I can't review them unless they're here. All right. Well, I did warn. Okay. It's going to be a last-minute upset. Oh! Vads. No problem, KBG. I'm glad I was able to help. Vads, are you here at all? I haven't seen him talk in a while, so hang around, guys. For those of you who didn't add it to the list. Yeah, I know. Hang around, because as I said, I haven't heard Vads in a minute. He's here. Mr. Drizzy, keep in mind, M. Drizzy, keep in mind, I didn't do that intentionally, first and foremost. Keep in mind there is always a chance for me to go over your channel, either on MGN or on my own one. And remember, there is no wheel first come, first serve. So if you're first there, I'll be able to help you there. Also, I'm hoping when I'm going over people's channels that you guys are taking like notes towards your own channels as well. Because Sani, when I said if you spam it, I won't put your name on there. You spammed it, and you're pushing everyone else down or up, and you're just putting your stuff all the way through there. That's why I said don't do that. And I said specifically I won't add you if you do that. And then I added you, and then you continue to do it. So that's why I did that too. Actually, archives. This isn't you. This is Fads. This guy. But he is here. All right. So, Vads, we're going to take a quick look at your channel. Boop. We're going to take a look at your channel. You got Vads Gaming. Vads. Okay, it's interesting. I kind of like the banner. The banner's pretty cool. I feel like I've seen this banner before, but I can't put my finger on it. I don't know where I've seen it. Not saying that I have, like, actually seen it, but I've probably seen something similar. I don't know. But let's talk about your front page. You only got your upload section, but I don't see like popular uploads, individual playlists, created playlists, any of that. None of that's not on your front page. And I want to see that on your front page. The more stuff you give to me at the beginning, the better it is. I mean, you're at 913 subscribers, but your front page looks like you just started. And that's not what you want to present at this age in your channel. You don't want that to be the first thing people see. I want to see more stuff on this front page. I want this filled up. I want this to look pretty. All right? Add stuff to it. I'm not saying make it look like mine, but you can even use it as an example. All right, my dude? You can even use it as an example. I have a whole bunch of stuff on my front page just for everybody to look at and enjoy. So yeah, you could use that as an example. But let's go to your about section, because there's something that I'm noticing that I'm going to talk to you about. You can donate here. First off, you don't tell us about yourself at all right off the bat. Then you say, welcome to the most incredible channel. If you do like your stay here, then make sure you subscribe. It really helps. Also, make sure to comment when you watch videos so you know your thoughts and answers any questions on the videos. Popular questions about my channel. What are my aims for 2018? Reach 1,000 subscribers. Probably not a good way to start either. Do you have any other social media? Yes, but I only use Twitter. Can I send you fan art? Yeah, sure, why not? Are you gay? No. Probably things that I don't know. I wouldn't put the you can donate here thing at the top there. Honestly, that's the last thing you want people to see right off the bat when they're trying to learn about you. Secondly, I would probably get rid of the popular questions about my channel. Just talk about yourself. Don't put your aims for subscribers here on your thing, because it looks like that's all you're here to do is get subscribers. And I'm sure that's not the only reason you're doing YouTube. You're here to entertain. That's what this is all about at the end of the day. Entertain and have fun. And if your aim is solely to get subscribers, become famous, get money, then you're come to the wrong place for that. This is something where it's supposed to be relaxed, have fun, and enjoy what you're doing. But if you're just throwing that up there, it's not. It just seems more deterring than anything. If you're doing a donate thing, put it down there in the links, but I wouldn't put it up there for as the first thing people sees. Really just give us a good idea about you. What is it that you upload? What type of content do we see here? What is your time schedule? Any of that, all of that's going to be very important for a new person coming to visit you and seeing what you're all about. Next thing I want to say is, if you got a Twitter, why isn't it linked? Where's your Twitter? So link your Twitter. Now then, let's go to your playlist. I would definitely work on your playlist. I'm almost 100% positive you got more than just that as playlist, because according to this, you only have 39 videos in your playlist. And I'm pretty sure you have more than that, just that. At 913 subscribers, you should probably have a lot more videos than that. So this says 39. I can tell you how many videos you have in a second. You have more than 39. So each one, how do I do that really fast? Each one of these rows are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 6, 30, plus another 6, 36, plus another 6, 42. And then it keeps going down. But the next thing I want to make mention of is your thumbnails need a lot of work. They're almost non-existent. There are no thumbnails here pretty much at all, except getting the Black Knight today without paying. I didn't think you'd have to pay to get the Black Knight. You just do what you got to do. The list is done for tonight. This is the last review. But again, I'll be here again next week Sunday. I do this every Tuesday, every Wednesday. There's always ways for me to help you out. But the next thing I want to say is thumbnails. You gotta work on these thumbnails. And I'm already seeing something that's you're probably going to know I'm going to get you on, and that's you're playing on the PlayStation, and I already see that. We go back-to-back wins in Fortnite, and a lot of these videos are like hours long, which, I mean, like I have several things on my channel which are hours long as well, because I do a lot of streaming, but I also throw in videos as well, which I see you do, but they're like 38, 20, and 28-second clips. So, probably expand a little bit more on that. Your upload schedule, not too bad, but again, you don't have many videos you actually worked on in terms of editing. So let's take a look at this guy. And again, You want your thumbnails to be separate from everybody else, because last thing, when I'm looking at that, when I look at those thumbnails, that's what I was thinking there, Demkeys. It looked like Cooler Meister. A Cooler Master. But the one thing I definitely want to say about thumbnails, you want them to stand out. If your Fortnite thumbnail looks like everybody else's Fortnite thumbnail, what's going to make it any different than me clicking on someone else who looks just like you? So like if I were to, let me show you the Fortnite thumbnail I made. I played Fortnite not too long ago on my channel. I don't do it too often on this channel. I mostly do Fortnite on Twitch. But when I did, I made a unique thumbnail for that Fortnite. Once I can find it. Right there. That's my Fortnite thumbnail. I made that as unique as possible, and ignore these because this was when my stream crashed a couple times, and I like right here is when I'm like, nope, done, not trying it anymore. So if you ever see like repeat thumbnails, it's because my stream crashed a lot, and it restarted. But see how my Fortnite right here, it's got its own thumbnail. It was me playing Fortnite. Yeah, it was like 5 hours long. And when I do streams like that, I don't intend that people are going to be going back to watch them. I already know they're not going to go back to watch them. But your thumbnails have got to be unique. This one stands out. Now, if I had this with a unique Fortnite like type thing, guaranteed I'd probably get a little bit more views on it than a person who would have just nothing there. The more information, the better. All right, to Sean the Hedgehog, or Dr. Sean. The next thing I want to say is I knew you were playing this on PlayStation because I saw the PlayStation loading logo down at the bottom there. Do not let the PlayStation tag nothing for you. PlayStation's only out there for themselves. They clearly are not here to help you. Don't let the PlayStation tag for you. You got PS4 Share, PlayStation 4, Sony Interactive. The only thing that's even relative to this video at all is the word Fortnite. The issue behind that is there's no tags that are telling us what's going on. Back-to-back wins in Fortnite Battle Royale, but that's not even a tag. Why is that a tag? You want back-to-back wins. Back-to-back wins in Fortnite Royale. Fortnite Royale Epic. Fortnite Epic wins. Fortnite back-to-back wins. All these tags are beneficial to a video like this. This is going to be information that's searchable for YouTube. The next thing is, again, PlayStation putting their nose where it don't belong into your description. They just say Fortnite. Store at PlayStation.com. Gives no description of the video at all. So you need to fill this stuff out. You need to block PlayStation from doing this to you because it's not helping you in the slightest. And if when you start a stream, get on your phone, get on a computer, and edit this stuff immediately so PlayStation, it just doesn't sit there on PlayStation, all right? So fix all that. Get your tags up. Get everything going for yourself, okay, my dude? And with that information filled out, you'll probably start getting a little bit more traffic going towards you. Now let's play. So the interaction's okay between. There's not a whole lot of talking. But your other issue is it sounds like someone's vacuuming next to you, and it's coming right through your microphone, and that ain't exactly a good sound to be hearing for 41 minutes. Always make sure when you're doing anything that involves audio that it's not annoying to a point where it's like it's almost unbearable to listen to. When it comes to audio, you want that stuff to be nice and clear. If you're sitting there and I'm just hearing, it's hard to hear you over that for one, and it's hard to keep concentrating on to the game. So watch your audio. I'm not sure exactly where the sound was coming from, but try to figure that out and see what you can do to separate you from that sound. And then when it comes to playing live or anything live, you'll notice that there's really not too much downtime when I'm talking or anything like that. And I recommend highly. What is this? It's a thing. Channel reviews? Is that the question? Yes. This is Fortnite. If that's the game, if that's what you're asking, this is Fortnite. But the more, the more you talk, the more entertaining you are. And like when I'm playing Fortnite, I tend to not try to play by myself because it's kind of boring when you do it by yourself. But I do play it. If when I do, I'm constantly talking unless I'm trying to hear something. And then I get quiet. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm going to be quiet for a minute because I'm trying to hear if people are going to be jumping through a window at any point in time. So those are things you got to be conscious of, like when it is good to talk and when it is not good to talk. But it sounds like your teammates are talking more, but it's really hard to hear anything over that going in the background. It's just really hard to hear. So watch your audio. Don't let PlayStation tag or put anything in your descriptions because they're terrible at doing that. And I really wish they wouldn't do that and they would allow you to tag your own stuff and stop putting themselves before the people that are actually already bought their product. Because unless PlayStation is paying you to advertise for them, which they are not, don't advertise for them. And that's not me being strict or anything, saying that. Just that's me trying to help you as a YouTuber. Don't let other things tag your stuff. Well, here's the thing. If some of them didn't want their voices shared, and I get people saying that a lot, then they probably shouldn't be playing with you while you're live streaming. I'm just going to say that. If you're going to be live streaming with people, make sure they're okay with you streaming with them. If they're not, probably shouldn't be streaming with them in the first place, because that's going to run into an issue with you. All right? So, this wasn't the first time someone said that to me, as you could tell. Someone said that to me before and involved Team Fortress play, and I'm like, yeah, but you're live streaming. You're here to upload stuff to your channel. What you say before you live stream is, hey, I'm about to upload. I'm about to do a live stream. Anyone got a problem with that? Yes? No? Yes? Okay, then I won't live stream. No? All right, then I'm live streaming. Yes? Okay, then I'm going to get into a lobby with someone else who don't mind me live streaming with them. But that's my advice, my dude. Take it to heart, and I really hope it helps. And that is the time for tonight. I thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed all the content that we had gone over today. We helped a couple channels out, and I hope you guys looked at your own channels, reflected on yourself. Is this something I want to do? Is this the correct stuff I'm trying to do for myself? Is my channel looking weird? Is my thumbnails looking okay? Are my tags looking okay? Are my descriptions looking okay? Look back at your own channels. Think about what your stuff is. Know that I'm also going to be here on YouTube later this week on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard to help you out and try to improve your channel on MGN, located in the description of this video, which is what we're doing right now. Located in the description of this video, there's MGN, and every Wednesday on my own personal channel, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, located right now. And remember, if you're going to subscribe to my own personal channel, please subscribe, because the content is awesome and amazing. Not just because I'm going to be doing a review on your channel. Just keep in mind, I am not a review machine. I am only here to help you and make sure everything is simpatico with your viewing and watching pleasure and your YouTube, your own personal YouTube. But I thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys very much for following along. I am going to drop a little thing right here. I'm about to hop on over my own channel, do a live stream right now. So if you guys ever want to go check that out, please go ahead and drag yourselves on over. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be revealing a new voice I can do on VR chat. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for following along. And as usual, as always, my friend, stay frosty and game on.